Do you want to know what's in my bag? I try to have a minimalist approach to my everyday carry essentials, so for anyone who loves EDC, minimalism and handbags or purses, keep watching. Warning, lack of minimalism exhibited by number of bags owned. Hello and welcome to Linky Lifestyle. I'm Mardi and I'm so happy to see you here. Michael and I have done heaps of travel over the years, and we're now bringing our expertise to you to help you plan holidays that aren't just fun but completely unforgettable. I've identified 41 items that I carry in my handbag in different scenarios. Yes, 41. I'm surprised there are so many. But spoiler alert, some are dependent on things like the weather or the country or city I'm in. I have 4 scenarios to cover. Just popping out to the shops, around my hometown, travelling domestically, and travelling internationally. I try to keep the items I carry to a minimum and select small, lightweight versions of everything. I'm not claiming to be a minimalist, but I suffer from shoulder and neck pain from time to time, so the lighter my bag, the better. And to help those outside Australia, here we tend to call all women's fashion type bags handbags, rather than shoulder bags, clutches, etc. And they're never called purses. A purse is something you put your coins in. I thought I'd start off with the individual items before I talk about what I carry and when. Remember, there's 41, so brace yourself. My car key. Like most car keys these days, it's big and chunky. I know that some car keys can be programmed onto a smartphone, so the sooner Audi do that in Australia, the better. Then I can leave this at home. Driver's license. Whether I'm driving or not, this is my primary form of identification, so I always have this on me. Trolley key. I use this to unlock supermarket trolleys, so I don't have to carry a coin. I never carry cash, and I got caught so many times before I got this. Breath mints. This one's up for review. I really don't need them very often. This is a tiny, slim holder. I think Michael got it from an animal welfare conference in New Zealand about 15 years ago. Canadian travel charm. Maybe I'm superstitious, but a friend gave me this good luck charm for travellers many years ago and I've carried it ever since. Costco card. Costco cards can't go in my iPhone wallet, so I'm stuck with this one. I could keep it in the glove box of the car though, since I only ever go there in the car, so this might get eliminated. Emergency $20 note. I don't use cash in Australia at all. This became part of my carry about 10 years ago when I let my car run out of petrol. NRMA, that's roadside assistance where I live, brought me a can of petrol, but I needed $20 cash to pay for it. I had to borrow from the business I'd stopped outside of. Luckily, they were nice enough to lend it to me, even though they didn't know me. It was a plumbing business, and we've used them for our plumbing needs ever since. And yes, I did repay them. Fold-up shopping bag, to avoid excessive consumption of disposable bags. Glasses screwdriver, to tighten those little tiny screws when the arms of my glasses start flapping around. House key, just the one. I don't feel the need to carry every key I possess. I always wonder why people have to carry big bunches of keys like an olden days prison warden. Safe key. Well, more of a money tin really. We just keep our leftover international currency in there between trips. Nothing major, it's more so we know where it is than for security. I do keep the key with me for security though, rather than need. I just don't like to leave it lying around at home for some reason. Hand cream. This tiny container is perfect. I like things as flat as possible. I refill it with a fairly thick cream. A runny one might leak. Lip balm, no explanation necessary. MagSafe power bank for phone low power emergencies. That time I ran out of petrol, I'd also forgotten to charge my phone and I didn't have a charger in the car. Another thing the nice plumbing business lent me was a charger. The Rolling Square InCharge X small charging cable. I can use it to charge anything USB-C, micro USB or lightning if there's a USB-C A or C outlet to plug into. The MagSafe power bank can even give my iPad a tiny charge using this cable if I'm really desperate. Nasal decongestant. I tend to get a stuffy nose quite a lot. Pen. always good to have. This is a bit big and chunky. I love it, but I'm thinking of getting a small pen, like a Fisher Space pen, or something else made for EDC. Hand sanitizer. Even before COVID I usually had it, but now it's more important than ever. A shout wipe. If you've seen my video on packing for a 6-week trip, you'll know I tend to be a bit messy. Small mirror. This is the tiniest mirror I've ever found. I got it, well, we got 2 of them, at an animal welfare conference in Washington DC in 2011. It was a gimmick. It was like, looking into this will show you who can save these animals kind of thing. But I've carried one of them ever since for makeup and touch-ups. It's all I need and it's so tiny. Small scrunchie. When it's hot and sticky and I'm out and about, my hair annoys me. So when I'm about to go completely mad, I get this out and pull my hair back. It looks awful, but sometimes that just doesn't matter. A small tin of medications. Just a few painkillers, antihistamines and antacid tablets. I wrap the scrunchie around this so they're always together. This tin is from some souvenir breath mints I bought at George Washington's home, Mount Vernon. About the same time as I got that little mirror. Smart Air Card. I bought these from a Kickstarter. They work the same as air tags, but they're flat, so they're easier to carry in small pouches and bags. I have 2 of them. Sunglasses, but not very often since I can't drive in them or read my phone in them, and only when it's sunny, of course. Swiss Card Nail Care Card, from the makers of Swiss Army knives and with similar functions. This one doesn't have a blade, but it does have scissors that airport security in Australia don't like, so I have to remember to remove them before I fly. In fact, the scissors aren't even in this because I went to Sydney last week on a plane, so I need to find where I put them and put them back in it. It also has a nail file, a magnifier, tweezers, 4 screwdrivers, a ruler, a toothpick, a pen and a pin. Tissues, just a small pack. Torch. This tiny one is powerful, has different brightnesses and even a UV light, although I do not recommend you use the UV light in a hotel room or you may never want to leave home again. My American Express cards. Amex earns the most frequent flyer or membership reward points, so this is our primary card for spending. We have 2 versions currently, the Platinum and the Qantas Ultimate cards. We'll give up the Platinum just before it renews because the benefits don't match the annual fee. MasterCard. Outside of the USA, a lot of places don't accept American Express, so this is our backup card. It also earns frequent flyer points, so I review my cards every couple of years to make sure I've got the best one for our spending patterns. Another MasterCard. It's a belt and braces kind of thing, but this is a backup to our backup credit card. The limit on our other MasterCard is a bit low, and sometimes I can't use it. This card has no annual fee, but it doesn't accrue any point, so it really is only for those times when I desperately need it. My Qantas Frequent Flyer card. I don't need it for my frequent flyer membership, but it's also a cash card that allows me to transfer funds to other currencies and withdraw them overseas. If you've seen my 6-week trip packing video, you'll know that I forgot to take it on that trip. Coin purse, for travelling to the USA or Japan, which are the only countries so far that I've really needed to use cash. When we go to Egypt next year, I suspect I'll need it too. Handheld fan. A sometimes item depending on the weather. Hero clip. This can be used like a carabiner to attach things to my bag, but the real reason I have it is to hang my bag up on restaurant tables or on public toilets where they don't have hooks on the door. Looking at you, Norwegian Prima, I had to use this to hang my bag on the handle of the toilet cubicle. Metropolitan Museum membership card, but only when I'm visiting New York City. It's a perpetual card, so when I'm in New York and renew my membership, I need it. I don't renew the membership if I'm not going to be in New York. Nightcore NB 10,000 power bank. When I bought it, I actually bought 3. This was the most compact 10,000 milliamp hour power bank. I think it still is, but there might be an updated model. Opal card. This is used on the Sydney public transit system, so I only need it when travelling to Sydney. Passports. These are only needed when travelling internationally, but I also take them on closed-loop Australian cruises. Tenagui, or Japanese towel. In Japan, the public toilets don't usually have any way to dry your hands, so it's customary in Japan to carry a tenagui. I find it useful to have on hand when I'm travelling, to clean up mess, wrap up leftovers, or things like that. Umbrella. Weather dependent, of course. And finally, a $65 voucher for a local plant nursery. It's probably expired. I think it dates from 2021. I should probably just toss it. Now for the bags. Forget about minimalism here. I used to favour the large, tote style Michael Kors shoulder bags. I got rid of them all a couple of years ago, but I really loved this one, so I kept it. That was back in the days when I carried this massive but beautiful Tiffany wallet. And I used to wonder why I always had a sore neck and shoulders. I sized down to this Fossil doctor's bag. It seemed so small at the time, but looking at it now, it's huge. When I put all my cards on my phone, I stopped using the Tiffany wallet. Nowadays my credit cards are all in my Apple wallet and my loyalty cards are in this great iPhone app called Stow Card. Once I stopped using the massive wallet, I could really size down in bags. I started with this beautiful Tiffany bag Michael gave me. It was the first bag I owned with the wide guitar style strap, and it was so much more comfortable to carry than the ones with the narrow straps. And if you look at this bag, this is probably the nicest bag I own. There's such good quality in the hardware. There's even little T's stitched into the straps. The Tiffany logo's on it everywhere. I just love it. It's just so beautifully made. It's really warm today. I think I'm becoming more and more dishevelled the longer I'm filming. But anyway, these two Fossil bags are great. But they do have narrow straps that cut into my neck and shoulders. But they're good for, say, a quick day trip to Sydney because I can fit a little more in there, like my iPad. Mostly I use a handbag from Mimco, which is an Australian designer. They aren't too expensive and I really like them. I have the Jet in citrus yellow and red, the Jet Concertina in black, the Jet Mini in Dahlia, which was a gift from my friend and it's my tiniest bag. By the way, Dahlia was the name of my dog, which was half the reason she bought it. And, you know, because it's pink. And I have two camera style bags, one in pale pink and one in bright pink. I have a few other camera style bags, this Gucci disco bag knockoff, which I bought from one of those street sellers in New York, and this black Jag one. I don't really like black bags anymore, so it might be goodbye time for this one. This Marks one, which is just a bit too small because it's divided in two internally. I've been thinking about cutting out the fabric divider. And this Ted Baker one. I love this colour. Then last but not least, the Mia Tui Isabel. This is a brand that Emma Cruises recommends and I have it in smoky blue. It's amazing what this bag can hold for the size. It just grows and grows. Stick around to hear about my everyday carry scenarios. When I take a quick run to the shops or to drop Michael off somewhere, he doesn't drive, or to go to Pilates or powerlifting classes, I use one of these small pouches to carry the bare minimum. The pink one's the best because it fits my driver's license. Until the Australian Capital Territory allows licenses in phone wallets, I have to carry it while I'm driving. It's so annoying. I also put a Smart Air card and my car key and the trolley key into the pouch. And that's it. Plus, of course, I always have my phone. I live in Canberra, which is a city that does not have great public transport and is really spread out with lots of bushland in between town centres. That means I'm always driving, so I don't need a lot of things that people who walk or use public transport carry. When I go out for longer in Canberra, say to a day at the office or to meet someone for brunch, I carry one of my handbags, usually one of the Mimco ones. I attach my popping out to the shops pouch to the strap of the bag, so that's my car key, driver's license, trolley key and Smart Air card accounted for. Some bags even have a special loop to attach it. I carry a key ring with our house key, our safe key, a glasses screwdriver and the rolling square in charge X keyring cable. The decoration on the key ring is big and heavy, but this is a sentimental item and I just love that beautiful silver cat, so I'm keeping it around for now. If I have other keys, they're carried separately. If I have a work key, it goes on the lanyard with my security pass, which I only take if I'm going into the office. My post office box key is kept in the car since I always drive to the post office. We only have one car, but if we had two, I wouldn't carry the key to the car I wasn't driving. But most people I know do. Weird. I have this small red wallet that I use to carry my Costco card, emergency $20 note, and the plant nursery gift voucher. It occurs to me that I could probably stop carrying this wallet and put those things elsewhere. I keep some everyday carry essentials in this alpaca hub pouch. I used to use the alpaca admin pouch, but I'm experimenting with sizing down. It's not the most attractive thing. Despite the hot pink colour, I find it a bit masculine, but it's doing the job for now. I'm thinking of switching to this plastic zip bag I recently received something in. It's also not attractive, but it's a bit less bulky. Or perhaps one of these mesh pouches I recently bought from Amazon. Another thing to think about. Anyway, whichever one it is, it holds my lip balm, hand cream, my pen, another Smart Air card, remember the first's in my popping out to the shops pouch, a torch, the Swisscare nail card, a shout wipe, and my Canadian good luck charm. Everything else goes into my handbag loose. So that's breath mints, fold up shopping bag, MagSafe power bank, nasal decongestant, hand sanitizer, the small mirror, the small tin of medications, the scrunchie, tissues, and if necessary, sunglasses, and lipstick if I'm wearing it. You may be wondering about some of the things I don't carry in this scenario. I don't carry any physical credit cards in Australia, and I have an umbrella and a water bottle in the car. Because I always have my car when I'm around town, it's a bit of a handbag extension sometimes. I also keep reusable grocery bags in there. I don't have anything else in my car though. I don't understand why some people drive around with everything but the kitchen sink in their cars. Maybe that's another video I can do one day. Is this helping you to streamline your everyday essentials? Please comment with your favourite handbag items. And we'd love it if you'd subscribe. We managed to get to our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of 2024, but our new goal is to reach 1,000 by the end of April, which is the end of our first year on YouTube. When we travel domestically, we almost always fly, even shortish distances like to Sydney. Michael doesn't drive and I really dislike long distance driving. Most of what I carry for domestic travel is the same as around town, but I do remove some things and I add in others. I removed the plant nursery voucher, the Costco card, the emergency $20 note. I kind of associate that with my car, so I don't feel like I need it away from home, and my car key and trolley key. And I add in the Nightcore power bank and the umbrella and the handheld fan, if I think I'll need them, and the Opal card if I'm going to Sydney. I usually change over to a handbag with a bit more organisation since I'll be accessing things more during our excursions. My three favourites for travel are the Mimco Bright Pink bag, the Mimco Jet Concertina, and the Mia Tui bag. They all have card slots and additional pockets to help keep things sorted. For international travel, I use one of the same three handbags I just mentioned, although I did find the Jet Concertina a bit tight on our last overseas trip, so I may need to look at using something slightly bigger in future. When I'm carrying our passports, I swap the little red wallet for the larger pink one and also carry my physical credit cards. I've found some places still need a physical card, particularly some hotels and a lot of places in Japan. If I'm going to the USA or Japan, I add my coin purse. I usually add my tenagui and I may carry an umbrella, depending on the weather that's expected while we're away. If we're going to New York, I take my Metropolitan Museum membership card. I don't take my key ring. I attach an individual house key to the key leash in whatever personal item I'm taking on the plane. You know, when I write these scripts and then say them out loud, it always occurs to me that I can change things up in some way, as you've probably seen along the way here. I've thought of a few ideas to streamline things a bit more, so I'm going to play around with those. You might see another one of these videos in the future. Now that you've seen what I carry every day in different situations, to learn more about what I carry on a long-haul flight, check out this video. Or to maximise your packing by going minimalist, watch this one. Bye for now.